All right. So this downward wedge got broken out of on the daily. We didn't quite go for that lower tap. I was expecting like a little bit lower. I would have loved to see 79 tapped to kind of front run this. I think it's probably like a weekly level, but didn't get there. It's actually looking kind of bullish.
It's so much more volatile than it was. Like, what is that? A couple months back?
Oh yeah, just like I mean that's volume too. I feel
Yeah.
like volume is drastically increased. Um, but yeah, I mean this is 1, 2, and it looks like if we hop on like a lower time frame, let's hop on the H4. H4 retest, nice bounce off of the downtrend. So I don't know. I think I'd be watching for some type of potential little low to form, and then we can start driving up into this range here, fill this gap. So like let's
Yeah, I was
draw.
just about to say that.
So it's a rough line, but somewhere around there, roughly, I think we could definitely see pushing through this and filling this gap, and then maybe we get some type of like distribution top form where we head down, and that would make on like very high time frame. That would kind of make a lot of sense. And then we would head back down into this larger area where most volume is transacted, I think. So this was a fib.
Thoughts, Ronnie?
What are you thinking? Do you think oil's kind of topping out? Think we're gonna have one more triple push for like that crown?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's definitely. Can you guys hear me well on these headphones? I just switched them out.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Decent.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with you what you guys are saying on that one.
All right, so we're just looking to fill the gap then, right?
Yeah, I mean, until we fill the gap, I mean, it's just going to be like the further out you try to project, the less accurate, right? So if I have any conviction, I would say that, yeah, try and fill the gap. And then after filling it, then go from there.
I mean, what you could do is, if you were trading this piece of shit, if you're trading anything but crypto, you're wrong. But I mean, you could just take this. I mean, that's a really good R trade.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty clear in validation if we end up taking out this. I was kind of looking at this guy right here. We'll probably take out that guy if we run these lows. It's a bit of a convincing bottom, especially at the downtrend breakout, the retest. You can see previously this downtrend. False breakout. We broke out here, but we had on the retest, we came back under. Different story here. I think if this would be a repeat here, that wouldn't have bounced on the retest. So I would be looking for some type of chop solidation into the drive up. So yeah, I think this is a really good trade. 3.67 R trade, clear and validation. So that's oil.
So yeah, I mean, it's looking bullish, which is not great for, risk on assets like the S&P.
I also saw there was I was reading a tweet, like 20% of gas outflows from Russia have been cut from like the supply line. So assuming less supply is going to be available, it might coincide with some type of drive higher over the next couple of months. So just something to keep in mind. I don't think many people trade this, but it's good confluence to add.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, if you see oil pumping out of nowhere and you're long Bitcoin or long S&P futures, I would like seriously start like very much paying close attention to like how the market reacts to that.
Maybe just risk off a bit until there's like more clarification on what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one piece of the puzzle, right?
What is the gold ticker that you had given me?
Gold futures, you can use GC1 exclamation point. Yeah.
So look at that. So, right away, what we're looking for is this gap to be filled, right?
Yeah.
So I think after it fills out this gap, then we can kind of see if we get some
Yeah.
bullish market structure. But I
That is
mean,
some crazy rounding.
but look at our fucking TA here. We said it'd
It's
reject off the
pretty
box.
fucking
I think
literally
I think
actual Pico lined it.
look at that. Holy shit. Dude,
Gee,
imagine that trade.
imagine. Ugh.
Oh,
We should trade our TA. Like, imagine trading your own TA.
that's really good. Wow. But yeah, let's draw lines for this
Yeah.
for this gap so we can kind of look at it next week as well. See.
Ronnie, what markets do you watch outside of crypto? The DXY, S&P, what else?
Yeah, I mean, mainly I look at the dollar, ES. Sometimes I look at the euro and gold, and oil. I mean, same as you guys, but those are the main ones. Finding where the edge lies to see which one's leading, which was not leading.
Yeah.
Um, Pretty much. I mean,
You
sometimes
watch
I look
the
at the 10 year.
euro. Oh, the 10 year is great. I have the
Yeah,
10-year and the 20-year on my chart or on my watch list.
yeah. I
Not
mean,
the
I have
sorry,
all
not
of
the
those,
10,
but
2-year and
so
10-year.
yeah.
So yeah, I think we'll aim for some bullshit like that. Either a low forms here or it's gonna come up and reject and there's gonna be
Point of
down.
breakout.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it'll be like one of those two paths. Definitely something to keep in mind. And we tag this perfectly, but um, it'd be a better bet to say that higher low does form. Just like previously speaking, we tapped range lows. There's a really good chance we get a range highs. I mean, it's just simple,
Yep.
range play. Don't overcomplicate something like this, in my opinion. So if you see any type of rounding here and you are playing gold, I think it's a good buy. And then,
Definitely.
we'll throw in this trade as well. Throw some bids there, obviously, clear invalidation at the lows. Then we can aim for, TP1 to be right around in here. And then TP2 be your range highs.
We're gold traders now.
Yeah. So T2, T1, we can leave it for next week.
Nice.
All right, that's gold. Yeah, I just wouldn't look to short it. It's just there's no point to short. You'd be shorting into the lows, I think, and it's held
Yeah.
over. It was over a year now. This
Looks
range
like
is
it.
held for, like close to a year and a half. For this to break, it'd be a pretty significant break, and it'd be really easy to get on board. If we broke, and then you would look for a rejection, and you get short there. So yeah, no reason to get short in the lows. I think Femex actually offers gold.
Yeah. Well, I think actually even Bybit, they all have gold, but it's like PAX. What is it? PAX G or something like
Specs G.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
exchanges, if you're listening, please release a DXY perp, a US oil perp,
it'd be fantastic. I mean, I don't know what the barriers
a
to
bit
entry are for
perp.
that, but
Compliance probably. I don't know. The more exotic instruments they release, like the more like agencies start to pay attention.
yeah. Oh, it makes sense, like from their perspective, not to be bringing in these like really large like money assets. I mean, BTC is obviously big, but I don't think it's as big as oil's futures or
Oh hell no.
commodities. So yeah,
I mean, I don't know how many retail traders there are out there like actively day trading or intraday trading oil, but in terms of just overall liquidity and open interest, I think oil is, I don't know, much larger, 100 times larger. I don't know. Somebody in chat can correct me. I'm sure they're already looking it up.
and you said this was the one that had like all of the commodities index.
Yeah. Well, this is. I mean, there's a few commodity indexes out there, but this is just one of the like I guess more liquid ones. there's probably better ones. I don't know.
No, this is good. This one's fine.
It's just a basket.
Yeah, but it's just kind of like a general, idea of where we're
Yeah.
at. And yeah, I mean, I think I'm just gonna leave this because like not much had happened, but this kind of just looks like you're rounding out, and you might have one dump down, and then I think you might just send it.
Yeah, that's not good for crypto.
It's kind of in confluence too. I mean, it would be really odd to see this rounding formation just
Yeah,
blow out.
it's super bullish.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry to the bulls out there. I mean,
And
if you're bearish on crypto, this is you're celebrating seeing this chart.
and this, like
Oh god, yeah.
technically speaking,
Yeah, it just broke out. The retest.
yeah, the retest.
Yikes.
So something to look there too.
It's crazy that a basket of commodities can trade so technically. Like to me, that it blows my mind.
Looks pretty yeah, I mean this TA is like very like this is easy shit to trade.
Yeah, and it's an index or a basket of commodities which don't really trade all that much in confluence generally, unless it's an inflation type play.
So like look at this. Oh, we're broke out of the downtrend. We retested. Dude, are you fucking kidding? Like this is the easiest TA known to man. And it trades so beautifully. That's
Yeah.
wild. But yeah, definitely, across the board, oil, I guess, probably somewhere in this, but yeah, this includes like wheat and all other bullshit.
Yeah, there's agricultural commodities in there. I think there's even stuff like lumber.
Yeah, so we're looking like maybe over the next couple of weeks.
God, imagine retesting that upper trend line.
That'd be pretty brutal. I mean, that if we at least, I think from this breakout we come up to at a minimum here. That's like conservative. That'd be like TP1, TP2 is like here, and then you probably just aim for the highs T3 for some runners. So we'll throw up.
Yeah. So this stream is brought to you by Goldman Sachs. By the way, I don't know if you guys know that. That's our new sponsor for the weekly market review. Goldman
Imagine.
Sachs.
Be great. I'm just
Are
doing.
you in the market for a new broker?
I'm just
Sick
doing
of Bank of America, Merrill Edge? Go with Goldman Sachs.
T1, T2, and T3. All right, let's see where we are next week.
Yeah. No, that's great. Looks great. All
Check
right.
VIX. Oh
God,
no,
VIX, dude.
Oh no. It looks
Is
like
this really a deviation?
I think it might be. It doesn't really look like continuation in my opinion.
No, it doesn't. Not at all. It broke that trend line as well.
Yeah, you would really want to see it puke, I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know how well this trades to fill gaps. I mean, it looks like it does actually fill gaps. You have gaps to fill here.
Yep.
Opens in 4 hours. Really?
Huh?
What is this?
Is there not a CFD for the VIX?
No.
That's silly.
But yeah, I don't know. This does not look good. I think like maybe you might get like a quick flush, but I think ultimately this is a deviation, boys. I think bulls might be a bit offsides coming into the next week or so. Let's look for that to play out.
I mean, if it breaks back in
Wait.
and it confirmed deviation,
yeah,
real bad.
Real bad. Because what did we say? We said we want to aim for these two lows here.
Yep.
And it didn't even make it to the first low that we were saying that if the market was really bullish, that it would flush.
I mean, how do you guys look at VIX here? What are your?
I
What
think
is your process
so
behind it
like
in terms of up and down.
inverse to risk on assets.
Yeah.
So this juices we're expecting Bitcoin to do the dump
Of course.
arena. And it's looking like this was simply a deviation. So, throughout like this week, I think because once this thing it looks like off the lows, this thing really rips. Like there's not a whole lot of chop once it starts going, which kind of makes sense, right? Because once, I mean, this gauges like volatility. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
so once volatility gets going, it's usually a snowball effect. So you would expect
Yeah.
some major momentum to carry this up into
Hmm.
these highs here. And to be
Absolutely.
actually pretty wild is, usually it's an over under. So like, downside, you'd expect some type of upside deviation.
Yep.
So you could expect like if
Take out
this
that
is a
high.
confirmed deviation, you at least take this guy out and aim for this guy because it took out 1-2. So maybe 1-2 and then it stops here.
That's actually a great point that I hadn't thought of. I'm actually going to set alarms for what is that, 30, 36-ish?
Yeah.
That's super good. Yep. Doing that right now, actually.
Yeah, so I think that's a good way to kind of look at this.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it a little differently. I mean, I usually just keep it like horizontal levels for VIX, like historically, and where volatility has died out and where volatility has really picked up and stuff like that. So, uh, and VIX can take time to play out. It's not like
Oh, right. Yeah.
it's not the same as like how you would measure any other asset, right? It's, and like calling deviations is it's a tricky one, that's for sure. Like this could easily just continue to range here at the very low at around 20s until like FOMC,
Mm,
um,
that's a good point.
right, and which is I don't sometime September, and we could just have like really low volatility period till then.
So like I see what you mean. You're saying like technically right now we could be like
Do a
right here.
fractal. Yeah. I was going to say you could fractal that out right
Yeah,
there.
we could be
Yeah.
right here and we just kind of chop up,
Yep.
into this and then like
Yeah.
FOMC hits and you do this.
Something like that. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Just a different perspective, but yeah.
I think it's a great
100%.
perspective. Very smart.
So yeah, I think VIX, I mean at the least you could say that it's probably coming to a bottom.
Yeah. Something like that.
All right, what else do we have here? I guess we can get into ES.
Ronnie made a good point about the 10-year. We should add that to the weekly market review.
Okay.
You can do that. US 10Y. There you
I
go.
mean, I barely look at it. It's on my
It's
chart, but
it's good confluence in my opinion.
oh yeah, for sure.
This looks bullish as fuck.
Yeah, that's not good for Bitcoin. That's not good for risk on assets.
Holy shit, this thing's about to rip. It just broke out.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, this shit just broke out. I mean, where would I see this heading? We'll do the
Can you
same
do fib
same shit here.
retracement on bonds? Do people do that? I don't do that. You
What
probably
is it?
can.
That's not even that good of an R because it's already pumped so much. But I would
Yeah, there's no
expect
entry here.
I would expect come up into here and then the highs are probably toast.
Oof.
What's this?
I mean, you don't see Head and Shoulders though.
Oh wow. You know what? Like to be fair, Head and Shoulders.
Yeah, if you zoom out, it's
All right, this is actually a cup and handle. I'm not even trying to meme it. This is actually a cup and handle without being a meme.
Oh no, it actually literally is a cup and handle.
I guess one argument against is this was the deviation because it did run the highs and reject pretty quickly.
Yeah.
yep.
But also, doesn't the government just decide the 10-year rate? Am I wrong?
I have no idea. I'm really ill versed.
I have no idea. I have
Wrong
a bunch of
person to ask.
documents I'm supposed to read on it, but
You know, the
I've had
people that
those.
watch this
I've
stream are
had
looking
those
to
bookmarked
us.
for like a year.
If you guys were wondering about our, expertise and knowledge on trading,
None. None.
Got some bad news for you. Hate to
Um,
break it to you, but we have no idea.
but yeah, I don't know. Like, let's see. I think the biggest tell here is going to be how it reacts off this line. Um, I think
Oh,
if we get
yeah.
this, I think we're good. Like risk on assets are good. Um, but assuming it just like smashes through this, it's gonna be fucked.
What's the
Yeah,
next
assuming
high
this is
we're
not a
looking at?
bull flag.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It was like a bull flag that fucking broke out, but
Yep.
um, like I said, the other argument is that it rejected so quickly after it ran the highs.
I mean, if it is a head and shoulders, then wouldn't we expect that before the deviation, the high wick before the deviation to get tested? So like a little bit lower than your line.
Oh, here.
No. A little bit to the left, a little more.
Oh, you're saying this guy?
No, more.
Him?
I mean,
Yeah.
technically, it broke market structure on the weekly, so it
Oh,
could be
did it?
doing a bearish retest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a weekly order block here
Yeah,
that
there
it
is
makes
right
a bit
here.
of both.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
So you would definitely want it. Yeah, it's right where the initial line was drawn to. So, I mean,
Yeah,
you'd
look
want
at
it to
that
like
hammer.
at most do that. But this bottom looks so good. Oh my god. I guess it could be a head and shoulders.
Hidden shoulders.
So yeah,
Totally a real thing, not a fake thing made up.
So yeah, I don't know. Let's see how this guy plays out. We'll check it next week.
All right. So we got what? ES and what's next?
Yes, then the Briptos.
Did we do Dixie yet?
Oh, we didn't. You're right.
No, yeah, that's like even more important, I think.
Okay, Dixie on the weekly.
So
That
bullish.
weekly close was
Oh my
so
god.
strong.
That's like a full bullish
Jesus
engulfing.
Christ.
Oh no.
Yeah, this weekly close was the worst thing for fucking risk on that could happen. Holy shit.
Guys, if you get paid in anything other than the dollar, you should
You're getting
quit.
ripped off. Yeah. Fuck. So yeah, I mean, I think we're coming into this backside retest of the trend line. We're probably seeing the rejection right now, but it's gonna be tough to think that these highs aren't taken.
Yeah, no chance.
And I'm still like, this has been the target for months, is 113, in my opinion.
I think you've mentioned that like on 4 market reviews at this point.
I think it's since the
Hey, it's
first
coming.
one. Since the first one.
Yep. And going back to the job thing, don't even ask for a raise. Just ask to get paid in dollars.
Yeah, if you're not already.
Yeah.
Dude, look at this bull flag.
Well,
Exactly what it was, too. It's just bull flag after bull flag. Look at this shit. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Jesus.
Yeah, so this is not good for
Was that point of breakout as well, like the low on the 15th?
Oh. What do you mean?
So the low that we printed on the what is that, the 15th or the 14th?
Oh, here?
Yeah.
No. To the right. Yeah, that yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, that was breakout to the highs. So this is like, your first swing.
is that where we bounced? I'm trying to, I guess is what I'm asking.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
did.
it's off that. Yeah.
Ronnie knew immediately.
Yeah.
I've been saying it again because that was the day of my flight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This looks really good. It bounced right off that daily OB.
Yeah.
Good lord. Also very good for risk on assets.
Yeah, totally. Great. So yeah, Dixie. I think the highs are toast. Highs get taken.
Why do we trade crypto?
For real. I think it might initially reject, and then I think it's gonna be another flag here. Like a little small one, and then I think it just fucking goes.
Yeah.
So,
I can't help but be incredibly bullish on this.
Yeah.
Really? I think we get a double top, to be honest.
Really? You think double top?
I do.
Just Is that a thing in Dixie? Like, is that when was the last time we had some kind of double top?
What do you
I don't
mean?
know if I'd count that. Well, okay. I honestly I don't look at Dixie enough.
It's just a crown. Dude, hindsight trading super easy, but holy shit, look at the exhaustion. You saw this coming.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
Overbought, oversold. Yep.
Yeah, so let's keep an eye on this guy.
For sure.
All right. ES on the weekly. Weekly
no.
SFP.
No, dude, I don't want to look at this chart.
Oh, fuck. So on the weekly, we took out those 2 previous weekly wicks. We SFP'd, closed back below these wicks.
So bad.
It looks bad. We rejected off the downtrend. This is not what you want to see if you're.
I mean, you guys bought puts, right?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's the same setup every time here too. I mean, these huge rallies, sell off, rally, sell off. This low still is a bit convincing. Not gonna lie.
I was just about to say that. It is a very clean low.
The triple tap, so fucking clean. So this is also the 3rd tap here. If any type of bid is caught, we're going to run it up. And the argument that I made is, dude, this is one fucking hell of a rally. If it's a bear market rally. Off the lows, we're up basically 19%, okay? Down from all-time highs to the printed low. It's only 20. Dude, you almost erased the entire downtrend.
Yep.
And people
I
are
have alarms on my chart for the 25% point down. So like my alarms hit at the low. Not that I traded it, but
But it's really tough to argue. Like, I understand, yes, it's a bearish market condition because you're in a downtrend, but it's really tough to be like, this is just a rally. Because yeah, a top could be forming. Yeah, you could argue that. Like overall, like a more macro distribution top, and then over the next couple of years we just range. Yes, that's possible.
Be so bad.
That's possible. No trend.
If we lose the July, or is that June? When did we print the low? July?
June.
No.
June. Okay.
June
yeah.
17th.
If we lose that June low, like convincingly lose it, it's gonna be real bad, I think.
I mean, dude, it could even be something like this. Like, it could really be this, Like,
yeah.
We haven't really had that. Like, we could just be in everyone talks about like stagflation or whatever it is. I feel like this is kind of what it looks like on a chart, right?
Is there like a fractal for this?
There isn't, because we've been in a forever bull market.
eternal bull market.
Yeah, there's just really nothing like this. So
I love that it also just gets exponentially like more curved upwards to the point where it's like, yeah, if we just continue this, eventually we're just having in a straight line.
I know, just straight up. This is
we're all billionaires, guys.
This is so insane in hindsight. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's what printing money does. We should do more of that.
How
much more money printing can we do? Somebody call Powell.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, let's just act like this is a low time frame chart of an alt. If I see that, let's go to like the weekly is probably easier to look at. Okay, yeah. Oh, this kind of looks like it ran these stops, liquidity grab, and it pumped. And it's coming up into like some type of high.
Yeah, the COVID crash was just a liquidity grab, guys.
It's kind of like a fucking bear flag. I mean, this is a beautiful push off the top, kind of something like this. Like, I'm looking at it, as a like a low time frame alt chart or something. That's kind of what I see.
No, I like that.
Like, retest the 50% of the channel and then send it.
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
It might. I mean, it could line up really, really well with like Dixie and all the other charts that we were looking at earlier. Like if we do head down to that order block, that might be like the top for a lot of the other sort of you know, gold and not gold, but Dixie and some of the other ones.
Oh, you're saying just down to here and then go?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, so let's hop into like that H12. It's such a round. I mean, we're gonna get a bounce, I think. I don't think you have this rally and then it just goes straight down.
Yeah, I don't think so
For
either.
ES.
Yeah, I don't think it just goes straight down. I mean, even if you look back, like okay, rejection, you have that bounce. Rejection, you have the bounce. Like we're looking for the bounce here, I think, at a minimum. What do you think, Ronnie?
I think so. I mean, as long as we're holding, like I told you earlier in the chat, right? As long as we hold and we stay above like 4,200 and we trade above that, I think the likelihood of bouncing is definitively higher from like a TPO distributive standpoint. Because we have two, right? Um, and if you look at the previous structures, like even on the hourly, you can see how like we've formed these curved tops and we keep making these stairs upwards. So until that really breaks and we start like actually trading on a downtrend on that time frame, I think we shouldn't really consider it it to not bounce.
So what would you look for to say like we're probably not gonna bounce anymore?
Uh,
Aside
Basically
from
starting to lose.
4,200 from like a price action perspective.
Well, that would be my validation right there, right? Because then we start. I mean, we're on the weekly. We've already started one. We've already stopped to one time frame up. So it's kind of like my make it or break it level here. I'll start just looking lower, to like all the way down to 4,100, and then once we get there, it's kind of. I'm not looking for bounces anymore.
So it would be something like this for continuation, or alternatively, it's like something like this, and then you see what happens here.
Mm-hmm. Because like in this, like down to 41.66, like there's still chances of those not just being like a liquidity grab, but more exaggerated for me on ES. But I'm just looking at sentiment because, like you said, right? Like one thing you mentioned is people aren't considering this. Some people look at this as it's a short squeeze. This is not a short squeeze. This is an actual bear market rally from the low to the top of this channel. And if buyers want to step in, that's their chance to step in. I think this is that one opportunity for them to do so. Other than that, shorts or sellers are going to come in and do the same thing we've been doing since the beginning of the year.
So
Really.
you're saying really like the make or break for sellers to step in is here,
Yeah,
like this box that I'm showing.
pretty much. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I do think if we break this downtrend, we head for February open, which would be
Yeah, I agree
4,500.
with that.
I think this gets
Yeah.
filled out super quickly here, and it would happen.
Yeah.
I think it would happen like over a week, maybe
Yeah.
maximum.
No, I agree. And that lines up with my view on Dixie too, right? The dollar. Like before we broke out and before we rallied, one thing I mentioned was like, I think we're going to form a multi-week top on the dollar up here, like between 107, 109, maybe even 110. I mean, yeah, you're looking higher than I am, but I think we formed some type of like brownish top that spans multi-week, and it would line up with ES and other assets that are what do you call it, inversely correlated to form some type of base. If you would, for another like either leg up or whether or not Dixie breaks out even higher, then probably we break down from here. But essentially, this would be the place for that to happen.
Got it. So double top here, which would mean continuation here.
Correct.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, I mean, I I would be so surprised if there's not a bounce, which is like, yes, I mean, I think all three of us here are long, or at least Ronnie and I are long.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like, in a sense why I'm long here is I think invalidation's pretty clear.
Yeah.
And once we hop over to Bitcoin, we can get into the positions, but yeah, I think I'm in complete agreement that I could see this low being ran here,
Yeah, for sure.
but
Yeah, I think it has to be run.
well, imagine how clean it would be if they just left that liquidity there.
Oh, that
That'd
would
be
give
really
me
nice.
anxiety.
It'd be really nice. And break out of the downtrend. That'd be super bullish. So if you look back, they didn't
I mean, I think definitely tomorrow they're gonna attempt it. Right,
run this.
Monday open. They'll probably attempt it.
They didn't run
No,
this.
I'm literally. I would love to see the what is it, 4187 get tested. Like I want to see
Yeah,
that get tested and bounce right there.
yeah, it's
Right on
definitely a
the
possibility.
right on the top. But yeah, why I think like this could be left untested, I don't think it does. But they have the rounded low here, and then these two were front ran both times.
Mm-hmm.
They never got down to it, and it would be similar perspective here, a bit of a rounded bottom,
That's a good point.
Yep.
bullish front run. So I don't know. Let's keep an open mind. Again, overall, hell of a rally if it's a bear market rally. I don't think we've seen bear market rallies like this in the past in like
Yeah,
traditional
in all 80
markets.
years of my trading experience, never once.
Yeah, deleting a downtrend, but it's still a bear market. Like I don't. So yeah, let's keep an eye on that.
For sure.
And then Nasdaq. This is my major concern.
Yeah.
Broke this downtrend. If this is just a deviation, it needs to go now. Like kind of same thing. It would need to be a liquidity grab and basically just be forming this higher low from this level. I really don't like how it broke down. And this is like a very clean top too, which is very concerning.
It's head and shoulders.
Oh, it got me dead.
We're sponsored this weekly market review brought to you by the shampoo known as Head and Shoulders.
All right, chat says 2008, 2009 there were many similar rallies. Yeah, but there weren't rallies that just rally back to the highs. Like there might be 20% rallies. That's not like if the market's down 40% and a rally's 20%, yes, that could be, a complacency balanced bear market rally. But my argument is that we've come off the highs 25% and we're already back only 5% from the highs. Yeah, you could be forming a top, but it's really tough to argue that it's just a bear market rally if we're basically already trading back to the higher order block. Might be bearish retest too. Yes, I understand that, but you gotta understand, you gotta see where I'm coming from. That it's really tough to say it's a bear market rally if it's deleted the downtrend. But yeah, NQ in my opinion looks a lot worse than ES.
Yeah, it does.
Well, I mean, chat is always right.
So similar idea, broke the downtrend, needs to like grab a bid like super quickly now.
I don't know. I mean, I have a trend line on my Nasdaq chart that basically we bounced off of pretty well. We kind of front run it a little bit, but like
From
this
the lows?
could be yeah, the Monday low on my chart.
Oh, you have it right here.
Yeah, so I can send you a screenshot if you want.
Yeah, I think you're looking at this one. I'm talking the macro trend line from like the initial point of breakout.
Gotcha. Oh yeah. It's on an hourly chart. That's why.
Yeah, so I'm taking the triple tap of the lows, and then point of breakout, more macro range trend line. We kind of broke it. Really not a good look. Like I said, would need to catch a big bid. What do you think?
No, and that's what I was saying, right? Like, one thing I didn't mention is both of these, ES specifically, like SPY specifically, came into that big resistance on that channel, right? That you have downtrend, and same thing with like with NQ. The only thing is NQ was clearly a lot weaker to me than ES. Same thing with the Qs, like QQQ. The one thing with NQ is it never really came into its 200 daily MA like ES did, and that's just like it's just like a concerning sign that especially with tech and BTC, but just one thing I've noticed and something I keep in mind, and why 4200 and 4212 is a big level for me on ES, and I don't really look at the levels on NQ as much as I do on ES, but one thing I noticed, it was a lot weaker, and that's just something that's a concern.
Yeah,
Keeping that in mind.
Yeah, that's a good point about NQ being made up of a lot of tech stocks, and especially ETH trades literally like a tech stock.
Yep.
So that's definitely a good point.
Sometimes it can be. We've seen it being a leading indicator, like we did on that one night where we're just blasting.
I think it was like here too.
Oh God,
yeah.
I remember that shit, but yeah, definitely a good point about the tech. So this needs to catch a bid. Like within like a couple of hours. Like we need. I mean, I guess I could kind of chop sideways here, but.
Yeah.
I mean, tomorrow's open is definitely going to be interesting, in my opinion, and this week is definitely going to be interesting. It's either we get what we've been getting, which is like a down open, and NY, and then we push throughout the rest of the day, like PM session, push up, but we'll see. I know, considering that we came into resistance, that most people are going to try to sell off, but it's going to be interesting.
All right, so look for a deviation to form catch a bid. Otherwise, we come down to 12,500.
Yeah.
We can do a ETH BTC chart.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah, but.
All right, let's look at corn now, because I actually have longs open and I don't even know what corn's doing. All right, so from let's check out the weekly.
Oh,
that's rough.
That's good lord.
I mean, I guess the positive is again, this is still technically holding.
That's what you love to see, is a trend line of support be tested multiple times.
This weekly order block's still technically being held, but fuck, dude.
It's also what? Would this be considered the first test or the second test?
Of the order block?
Mm-hmm.
Probably second weekly test.
Yeah, because we had that wick on that second week, right?
This buyback was beautiful. It's what I was hoping for this, but so yeah, weekly, the bearish engulfing is just not good. Just not good.
Was that we erased four weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a daily, it's just like such a bear.
I mean, you can even look at the monthly, which is kind of interesting. There is those that do look at TD9, there is on the current candle of the month there is a TD9 signal, so which is the buy signal. So
what is that?
TD9 sequential. It's like a theory that uses numbers. So every ninth candle. I don't know exactly the math behind it, but the candle is a 9, or it's technically a reversal candle.
I'm not really sure if I'm smart enough for this.
This is way too
I'm
beyond
sure
me.
someone in the chat knows more than I do.
Don't worry,
throw that out there.
They're furiously Googling it so that they can paste the definition in chat.
I know what it is. Like clearly copy and pasted. Like,
but the monthly is very interesting. I mean, we're still off this, on that channel that you got up.
I
But it's
mean,
hard not to assume, like, if you look at the, let's say, so if you're looking at the candles that are like the 29K bottom from last summer,
yeah,
it's kind of hard not to think that this month's candle is also not going to test all those, like at least wick into them
yeah. I know. I see what
on
you're
the
saying.
monthly. But
Yeah, to just like drive out of here would be kind of weird.
Yeah, I can't look at this chart and be like bullish,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
because
yeah,
we have 3 lows.
yeah, it's like a spinning top cock, right? On the monthly towards the downside,
Yep.
uh, underneath that whatever that MA the moving average is.
Oh,
God.
dude, that 200 weekly monthly rejection was clean. 25,557. Yeah,
Ugh.
I think it was probably to the dot.
I'm
Oh no, it front ran it a little bit, but holy shit, it was pretty close.
still damn close. I mean, you're better off just the what is it, that wick?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
this monthly low.
Yeah, the monthly low wick, basically. I don't know. Is that to the T?
The low was 401. The high was 212.
Okay,
I
pretty
guess
close.
it barely made it there. So yeah, I mean it's not looking great. And then on the daily, it's like such a bear flag, dude.
You know what's really bullish is front running resistance to the downside. Oh no. Like you don't even get any sort of like, you know, speculation bears getting fucked and liquidated. It's like just actually bad.
Dude, chat wants log chart. I feel like log chart's a good way to have copium.
You know, log charts are a sensitive subject, but I think they're all right.
Oh, fuck the log chart, dude. Fuck that shit.
Yo, bring up the line chart. Bring up the Renko chart. That's what I like.
I actually check out the line chart.
No, it's good.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad.
Like line charts in general, good. This line chart, bad.
This one, it's bad.
This is a bear flag.
But yeah, the daily is just not great. What I kind of do like, not gonna lie, is the stock on the daily looks pretty decent. RSI is pretty fucking bottomed. And it's not like way down there like super fucking bearish. I mean it's not great, but I mean at least we're not like cranking into the fucking lows where there's absolutely no one buying.
There's just no bid.
I know. So yeah, on the daily, this is kind of my theory too. It kind of aligns with what Ronnie was saying. If there was a time to make a low to head back and retest previous ranges to form a deviation, a really good way to fucking get people super bearish and even hate a rally more is to puke it over like a Friday and Saturday, chop into like weekly open and just run it back turbo weekly open.
Yeah.
Assuming everyone thinks that this huge breakdown is just going to be the final like push into the bottom for a bear flag breakout.
Yep.
I mean, that's like big brain thinking that, I mean, that shit usually is actually negative EV, like trying to big brain it. Usually it's as simple as what it seems, but it's something to also keep in mind is like, if there ever was a time for them to like fuck with you and make you think, is to run stops on low liquidity on a Friday into a Saturday, chop on the weekend, and then once it opens up, we just run it back.
Very optimistic market review we're having.
Look, I want to be bullish. Like I
I
really do.
know, I know, I know.
And I will remain bullish until we break down. If we lose this line here, I'm bearish. 100%. There's really high likelihood we test 18Ks at a minimum.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm looking shorts only. I'm still looking for longs. Like we're long. I'm still long, and I'm fine being long. I did buy a little spot at 21.5, like back here on over the weekend. Not a lot, just a little bit, because we did reclaim this daily. The wick held. I really thought that it was going to run this wick. I was really fucking certain of it. And then I thought if it ran that wick, if we come to the H4, there's also like this right past low here. I really thought it was going to do this. I thought on this breakdown it was going to do this. I could have swore, but they didn't take the stops.
Don't speak too soon.
Well, I'm saying on the
Yeah.
now on this
On the
final
breakdown.
drive. Yeah, on the final drive. But if we're looking from an H4, this is super bullish. There was bullish divs forming right here. So you had the bull div form. And that's this drive up. So now it's like, again, this is time for fucking bulls to step in and fill in this gap.
Deploy the capital.
Yeah.
Deploy capital.
Please.
Bullish ass buyback. Yeah, I know. Perfect bounce from the uptrend. We front ran that order block.
Yep.
We reclaimed the daily order block here. So
we smacked into the naked point of control from like back in July
on the upside or downside?
on the downside.
Okay.
And then we stopped right there. 21.2.
Yeah. So this
cleaned up some like poor lows. And now we have a lot of inefficiency, but all the way back up to like 23.2.
Yep, that's kind of so I'm long from, let me see here. I'm long from 21.303. So we're coming back to my entry. But basically my invalidation is this low here. So my personal setup kind of looks like this. 21, somewhere around there, here. And basically here. And then I have T1 and T2. It's my current setup. It's just it's gonna be so surprising to me. Like I will actually be shocked if we don't drive up. I'm pretty high conviction on this trade. Not gonna lie to you. It is such a fucking good bottom from such a good level.
Mm-hmm.
And this buy, I don't know. The only way this thing gets fucked is if ES just decides to shut the bed.
Which is very, very possible.
Very absolutely possible. Probably likely even.
Yeah, I would agree.
So
one thing that I mentioned in the last market review was the quarterly open level, and a number of alts did wick the quarterly open.
on those downside.
To the downside, yeah. So I mentioned that the last market review.
You did, yeah.
Pay attention to the quarterly open level.
I remember
And like a handful of alts have tested it. Some look like they're forming a pretty solid bottom. So yeah, I mean, the majors haven't tested it yet.
What's do you have the level quick on you, like for ETH and BTC?
Bitcoin's quarterly open is a little bit lower. It's 19,928. And on ETH, the quarterly open is much lower at 1K, 1,071. So ETH would have to get absolutely destroyed,
Clobbered. Yeah.
just completely fucking wrecked, which could happen post merge, depending on how that goes, which is not that far away.
Yeah, I just can't see it nuking until merge. Like, it just...
Exactly. Yeah. People selling into the merge. Like, if we get a merge rally again, then people basically closing their positions. We'll get a lot more information on, how the market's reacting, et cetera, and potentially test the quarterly open. I mean, I don't know if I think the majors are going to test the quarterly open. Alts already have some of them. So if you think that, okay, alts tested it, so majors don't have to, that's one perspective. And I kind of lean towards it.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be super fucking deep. I think if we get that low, like, we'll probably go lower. Like, this was like 18, low 18s. I mean, what I was saying is, I was, putting it in our chat that this is kind of my line in the sand. Like, I think, like, this was it for me. Like, below 20,300. And I said 21K needed to be reclaimed, like, super fucking fast.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what I was preaching. And it's kind of what happened. And, equal lows aren't super convincing. I think at some point they will get ran. But we filled the, I want to, we also filled that H12 FVG.
Yep. We talked about that, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, 21.3, we talked about it.
I think we said it had to be filled.
Yep, had to be filled before it went up. And I also, let me pull up my Twitter. It was, let me show this tweet. I got to give this guy some.
We're doing hindsight technical analysis on our technical analysis.
So this guy right here, I have no idea. Someone had retweeted him, but on the 18th, one of the FVGs are going to be the trap before the main move. And he basically called it like right before the move happened. Like, it was a pretty fucking good call by this guy. I don't no idea who he is. Yeah. But I retweeted it. I mean, small account, but super clean. So this looks like what we're forming.
Can we DM this guy to get him on the market review?
Yeah, I will after this.
Do it.
Yeah, so, oh yeah, I got to play this song after this new crypto song that just came out.
Wait, what is he doing in Shanghai?
I don't know, but I had it up for stream because we have to play it.
Perfect.
I mean, for me, it's like we could definitely, like, I'm definitely playing, all the fill up the inefficiencies, but I need to see a reclaim of like 23.6, like a move into the upper.
Yeah.
What's that?
This point of breakdown, right? So from like
exactly.
age 12, it will be right here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That range, that upper range, like I'd want to see a reclaim of that, like acceptance, before thinking, okay, we're gonna have a continuation up. Like for now, I'm just playing this as like, okay, we're gonna go retest, and then, most likely either trade in range and fill the gap, or we, continue lower, back down and retest the bottom. I have no problems with retesting 18s and then moving back up higher, like confirming like, okay, hey, we do have buyers sitting here and they're continuously going to keep buying this 18K bottom or 19K bottom. But we're kind of in this, like, I don't know if you guys were in talking when I was talking to Float, but what I was mentioning is like there's this inefficiency from 21.6 to 22.6, right? And it's the fact that we keep rejecting off of 21.6. So like that inefficiency needs to be literally
cleared up.
And like we have to accept through that, right? Like we could easily never even get past 21.8 or 21.7. Like today could easily be that. No, I mean never again, but I mean like in the short, right? Like and just continue to go down. But for now, that 28 is holding. And I know people are looking at like 20K to hold again. I know some people are, but I don't think I think we would definitely dip into 19s, 18s if we start to lose 20.8 and we start to sweep these lows and continue to do so because there's just too many stops underneath.
I agree.
Too much liquidity for it to just be like, all right, 20.5, everyone's filled. Let's go now. I think people are waiting for that. I think most people are looking to get long off of the run of the equal lows, so it wouldn't surprise me to us. That's one of the reasons why I got long, right? It's like front run the equal lows and keep it moving, do the bearish retest, and then drop it again. Get everyone bullish, like, oh, hey, look, it's a V recovery, just like last time.
Yay.
Yeah, and also look at
July 26th.
And I see like two ranges here, right? Like for the most part, it's two ranges.
Yep.
Lower section of the range, higher section. Like we see here, deviation, drive back in, and now we have deviation. We want to see a drive back out. So kind of the same, thing echoing.
And
what you're saying.
we've seen something similar to this. We saw this at like 35K, right? We saw the same exact wedge, same exact pattern, same exact moves when we broke down from 40K, 35K, all the way down to 20K, 29K. I mean, it was the same exact fractal. So it wouldn't surprise me for us to leg down again from 23 or 22.8.
Yeah, so I'm fine with taking my stop out at this I wouldn't even hold it down here because this is a W formation and like I know they're kind of memey, but in my eyes, if this retest at 21,056 doesn't hold, I think it's probably fucked. I think it's going to come out. So
I think we have. That's why we got that invalidation, right? Super tight, super easy.
Yeah. So this is kind of still what I'm looking at. This low holds. Upside just looks. I mean, the RR is too strong not to take even like a low leverage trade, even if you're bearish. Because like I'm probably going to short up into this order block, like TP, and look for shorts. Unless if there's like some very clean reclaim. So like, no, I'm not like, this is very bullish. This is like simply a day trade where I'm looking to just basically fill this, form out around the top. And it's the kind of the same thing from ES. For us just to puke straight down here without any of like, yes, we puke straight down here because there was forced selling from a lot of these like large companies, Celsius, like Three Arrows, all that bullshit.
Yep.
Like that's one thing. But I don't think we have like many more large firms that are going to, like Three Arrows here. So I don't know.
They're all bankrupt already.
Yeah, I know. Like I don't think we just come straight down. It just wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. So to not get some type of final drive up to form like another, lower high, if this is the top, I think we have the final drive. And then I'm looking at my tablet right now, like low time frame. Let me hop to something with better liquidity. Like this is definitely controlled selling.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 red candles, and like we haven't puked. They're all like very much pretty, equal size. Yeah, like you can tell this is just straight up like 1 to 1.5% candle, just algo selling, and then. I think there's going to be some type of pop. It's kind of what I'm gearing up towards.
The other thing is also when you're looking at OI, right, on like Coin Analyzer or what have you, you can see that, stablecoin OI got wiped out pretty much back to where it started from on the 28th of July. The last time we were down at this same exact level.
Oh, really?
So it's like another, it's another just confluence that, like it's okay. It's either we need some type of, in my opinion, OI build up to nuke again if we want to go lower. I mean, there's still like coin margin contracts are still holding. Spot is picked up buying again from the CVD perspective.
Yeah, it's super forced selling here into these lows.
I mean, funding got pretty neg down here. Like a lot of people came into shorts. Like the aggregated funding rate. What else? Compared to market cap ratio. yeah. So I think seeing like some type of 5 to 10% upside is not like this week is definitely in the cards.
Especially
Like
these altcoins, dude. These things got
yeah,
fucking brutalized. Like alts were down
yeah.
like 20-30%. And that's why I tweeted like after the nuke that, see, I thought it was going to happen over the weekend personally. I thought it was going to
Hmm.
be quick, and I thought they were just going to run up and grab liquidity, kind of dump it into the open.
Right.
Didn't really happen, but seeing like a 5 or 10%, all it would need to do is just trail upwards, because it was down so bad that these things will just mean revert. Just a mean
Mhm.
reverting 5 or 10% move would be
Yeah.
super logical in my opinion.
I am seeing like a good number of bear flags on alts. Not all alts, because I haven't actually looked at that many charts over the past couple days. But um, I think if we start seeing those bear flags play out on alts, um, I'm gonna be more bearish than I am right now.
Yeah, and
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the other thing, I mean, you make a good point. The other thing that is one thing to note is that we did start to form like a small little range here the last couple of days. You know, we kind of deviated the top. It wouldn't be out of the cards to say, okay, you know, we go and take the lows and then actually run it up. You can definitely see that happening, like from right below 20.8, you know, and not even close below that. It's not really like something I want to see. Um,
I mean, I would be stopped out. I'd definitely
but
give back some money on
yeah,
this for sure. Like
same.
I'm
But
pretty decent size right now in comparison with the account.
yeah,
Like I'm levered.
but like from trading ranges and from that perspective, I could definitely see that happening. If we don't like continue to
Start catching
push
a
up.
bid like now.
Hmm. Hmm. Because time is one thing, right? The amount of time we spend here and
Yep.
we continue to trade here, we start to accept here. You know, people, the more volume gets traded, more traders are comfortable with this
Getting
price.
long, like yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
eventually you build stops on the top side, you just stops on the bottom side, and one of them gets taken before the move happens. And since we haven't taken those lows yet, the possibility of that happening gets higher the more we stay here.
Yeah, so that's why I would want this move to happen really
Yeah,
before the open. Like I
yeah,
think within the next two H4 candles, I would want to see the majority of this move happen.
yeah,
I think going high, even moderately levered going into New York Open is fairly risky.
yeah.
So
Agree with that.
So yeah, that this is kind of what I'm looking for, and upside target again. We're bullish above our stop. This is our trade. It's very clear, and we can
I'm not
easily
biased at all.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm biased long, but
Yeah,
it's very easy to flip too. Like if
of
our
course.
stops get ran, we sit flat, because if this gets ran, the chances of these lows getting ran are unbelievably high. I would
Yeah,
probably
like we can trade down to 20K. That could easily happen. Like, you could whip that and run
I'm
that.
not going to personally knife catch this one.
Yeah.
Um,
No, yeah, me
I think
neither.
I
I'm
would
gonna wait
wait for
till
a low to
yeah,
form. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
so,
like
Wait
low
for some
time
type of
frame.
bullish market structure,
yeah,
low
something
time
like
frame.
that. Like,
Yeah, I really want to see. Currently, I want to see basically like 21-2 hold, which has been like a fairly key
Yep.
level. If we can hold above that for the next 4 to 12 hours, I'll be pretty happy.
but it needs to be something like this. It's very clear. This we didn't spend a whole lot of time here. We're already spent more time here. Like this needs to go. So that's
Yep.
why I really think you have a couple of hours to start seeing a real move, or this is going to form. This is going to be your high.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
Head and
unfortunate, but
shoulders.
but yeah, that's kind of what we're seeing for BTC. Low time frame. Where could you get long? Well, this is the low that you want to see hold. If you're not long already, like the RR is just so good. If you're not long already, like I guess you could try and get in like a better position with like wicks down to here. You could say that we might
Yeah.
take out this low and we'll bounce here, but and have this as your invalidation. But I think getting long now is unbelievably good RR, and from any trader, if you're not already holding up a short position from higher, it's going to be
Yep.
tough not just justify getting long.
Well, chat is bearish, so
Are they?
I think so.
Yeah, chat is gawk
Chat
combo,
sentiment indicator,
whatever.
guys. Do you go with the chat sentiment or do you counter
Dude,
trade?
well, all chat are profitable whales.
They're all multi-billionaire traders.
Profitable whales.
Chat, dude, chat has more money than 3AC before when they were at their prime.
But yeah, I mean, something to also note though is this weekly RSI. Like we've been talking to the stock RSI. We've been talking about this for a hot minute.
Yep.
Coming into the highs, so it is a cause for concern. Like we can hold, this in the range like we did back here, from October to, January, and you can still, make really high levels before pulling back. But the chances of this kind of being a local top increased here significantly. Just, based off history. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. That rejection's so bad. Oh my god. Yeah, unless you get like really good R trades, just keep it scalping, I think, on BTC. Hopping over to ETH.
Ethanol.
Weekly. If it bounces here, it still looks pretty good, I think. Doesn't look bad. I mean, it didn't even SFP on the weekly. It's good news, but it can still just roll over, right? It didn't SFP here, and it just absolutely clobbered.
Yeah. I mean, it's the only bullish narrative in crypto right now.
Yeah. We only need one.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, it just more and more looks like, if this were to be a high, it still needs to put in that.
Yep.
Not very high. Kind of sucks. So there's that.
I mean, we're all traders here. We can make money both ways, right?
I know, but just a
No,
fucking no.
What? I'm long only,
Are you
dude.
crazy?
I use high leverage, but I'm long only.
I mean, look, all I'm saying is chat is on the same sentiment as BitBoy, and I don't like that.
Oh, is BitBoy really bearish right now?
Yes.
Oh, dude, I'm about to lever
Long.
up.
He is pretty bearish.
Honestly, okay. If you wanted to backtest something really dumb, you just take all of his bullish tweets and just counter trade it and just see how well it worked out.
You'd make money, 100%.
I think you'd have to.
Absolutely make money.
Like wide enough stops, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like 2-3x.
Can somebody build that bot?
This fucking daily on ETH, dude. This is
God
bad. What is this?
Looks so bad. So that means it's going up.
It's at 13% daily. Holy fuck.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I think
that looks like
my TPs, I'm also long ETH. My TPs are 10% at 1680. 1680, which is the bottom of this H4 order block. And then
probably there's a gap, probably FVG gap, fair value gap.
Yep. And then 1760 taking off 30%. Which is the top of here. So basically run this order block. And then I'm leaving runners on for 1800, which would just be like underside of here.
That's the 1680 level is also the monthly open.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's lining up with some moving averages as well. So
Yeah.
I think it's actually like a very, very good TP level.
Yeah. So I think, TP1 and TP2
Like we could
basically.
get a deviation over the monthly open level, and then potentially, if bearish, flip short on the deviation. I don't know.
Yeah, and it would be a backside retest of this uptrend if we
Oh,
were to reject. But you could also argue, disregard all these fucking lines. And I like these lines, so I can get rid of that one. We did. I mean, it's kind of the same story. This huge deviation here. And you see how this low kind of forms here? See these low formations? They're all the
yep.
same.
The reverse head and shoulders.
Yeah. It's really what it is. It's a meme, but it's true. So maybe you look for that. I mean, I still have levels up here, right? 21.6. And then the other thing is like I'm not a huge fib trader, but I believe it's
Bowling.
pretty a lot of confluence this 2340 level. I don't know. Or 2400, 2350. Basically driving into this. I think it's like an H12 order block or something there. Yeah, H12. So driving up into this H12 OB. And BTC wouldn't even need to put in a new high, right? Technically speaking, if ETH BTC were to take off. The major cause of concern though here is the uptrend break. Pretty bearish for ETH BTC.
Yeah.
If this is bullish, this is going to reclaim it would reclaim before testing this low. Like this would be your low. And you can assume if we come down into this low again, we're going to come down into this little box here.
Yeah.
But lower time frame, ETH BTC. Yeah, you just really want to see this hold. Would be a convincing bottom.
Do you have like a low time frame trend line on that one?
No, it's going to be equal lows, I think.
Oh yeah.
I think it would be like a W formation. But you would want to see this start ripping and form this guy here. If you're bullish. If you're bearish, you just wait for this low to be taken and then you aim for to short ETH for an additional, 3% downside compared to BTC.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it will definitely be the better short. Do we look at Bitcoin dominance chart?
We do. We can hop into it.
You can also look at total too. I was just looking at that right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to ask you. What's your thoughts on ETH, Ronnie?
I hate ETH.
Cool. Good. Actionable.
You don't trade it a whole lot, right?
No, I don't trade it a whole lot. It's like every time I touch it, it's just a plague. I just never
Just lose money.
like I'll be making money on everything long, and then I start to long ETH, and it's just everything else goes to shit.
All right. Let me know the next time you long ETH.
I
can start
It's
shorting.
like the moment I touch it, it's just everything goes red.
What's up, Dingus?
Great.
So, well, before we hop off of ETH and BTC, since they're majors, does chat have any questions or anything they want to talk about or ask? Or
Can you chart RVN?
I know, here comes like some wild ass like $1 million altcoin.
Oh,
All right, you got 10 seconds to ask your question.
Somebody asked when sell is going to zero.
Yeah,
I don't know if you got the memo, but bankruptcy super bullish.
Bullish on bankruptcy.
Dude, if somebody declares bankruptcy, time to long.
Are you swing traders? How many time do you hold trades? Completely depends. I'm usually intraday swing or swing trading. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, he swing trades and he also swings in real life.
Yeah, I swing with my girl. I don't actually. I wish I do. Not gonna lie. But yeah, so like I'm long here. I'm just gonna chill until I either get stopped or my TP's hit. There's real no in between. Like there's no need for me to like hop out of this trade since invalidation's super tight. If there was like a wider invalidation, but I was still pretty biased towards a direction, I would just be using a soft stop, and like then I might like actionably like scale out of a trade. But for the most part, it's gonna be super clear that if this low gets taken, it's like the trade's probably fucking
I don't know.
gone
What about
anyways.
a triple tap though? A triple tap on the low.
I would be okay with that if we didn't break above here.
That's a good point.
Like then, or just
The
deviated
rejection
above
feels
here.
brutal.
Yeah, we just rejected
Darth
off this
Maul
high.
shit, though. But that's like Sunday futures open shit. Like the Darth Maul at this point is almost guaranteed. Like, I'm not gonna say guaranteed, but it's almost like I just expect it at this point.
So annoying. All right, so we'll move on to fucking BTC Dominance. It's just juicing off the lows. And what's really scary is every time it comes into these lows, though, like this is like where the major dumps end up happening, right?
Yep.
If you look back at these historical dates, these are all like the fucking tops before like major pukes. But something to also think about is even though we're kind of rounding out here, we did here too, and then we traded back down. So we definitely would want to see this, like do something like this before actually breaking out.
Great.
Yeah, similarly, like total two is the trend line on total two kind of indicates that we could go lower on alts and ETH before retesting a little higher. So it's kind of line up if we do going down.
You're
Not
saying
that much.
You're saying because you think that this just broke down on the H12?
No, I was just looking at the trend line on those.
But I raised
trend
you
line
this
from that
one,
very bottom.
the bearish bottom. Could you like send your chart into the chat and I can pull it up?
You could do whatever you want.
Ooh.
Tell me more.
Except swing.
Oh,
Damn.
I didn't even get to swing. Dang it. Dang it.
dude, you're gonna make Pi cry.
Oh. Did I forget how to do the screenshot?
Yeah, BTC dominance. If you can trade that, it's kind of an interesting trade. Like
It's a perp. There is a BTC dominance perp on Binance.
yeah. Oh, I'm buying. Yeah, I don't trade that. Thoughts on coin? Just it's gonna be basically
stock?
Bitcoin. Like how crypto does is how that stock is gonna trade. I mean, it's literally
actually,
a crypto stock.
My favorite thing about that stock is as soon as Cathie Wood dumped all her coin holdings,
It pumped.
that was the pico low.
Dude, she's such
To,
a
like,
bad
the
trader.
dollar.
She's such a bad trader.
It literally, I think it went up 100% from her capitulation. Honestly,
Didn't she dump it for like something higher like lower volatility?
oh, so bad, dude.
She went to like a lower beta asset, so she sold the bottom, then bought back in before the pump, and then lost the actual pump.
And you know how much money she has? I don't think she's a billionaire, but she's like worth so much goddamn money.
Oh, she's rich as fuck. She's a bull market trader.
Absolutely wealthy beyond your imagination.
She's kind of milfy too.
I'd smash.
Oh yeah,
that's can we pull up some cleavage pictures of Cathie Wood on the stream?
Yes.
This stream sponsored by Arc Revolutions for all your exotic ETF needs.
She
I don't
she's
know.
a
She kind
she.
of looks like a man. Doesn't she kind of look like Skrillex a little bit?
Oh, I see it, but she's definitely a dom.
Oh, she'd dom the hell out of you.
Yeah, I would let it happen just for who she is.
It would be a great story.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be great.
Kathy, if you're listening,
Yeah,
DMs are open.
yeah, you can dom me. All right. Getting back to BTC Dom.
look at chat. It says, "Wow, y'all got issues. She's ugly."
Dude, it's not always about looks. She is
And
submissive,
sometimes it's really about how wealthy she is.
saying stuff like God told her to invest in innovation.
Hey,
Yeah, well,
hey, that's the
I
same as what's his name? Huang. Huang was saying the same thing, and he got margin called for like $10 billion.
did he say?
God told
Did you
him.
see the recent
Dude, he's
interview with him?
all about Jesus.
Did you see the
Wait,
recent?
Huang? No, we're
I
talking
was
Huang,
thinking.
like the equities guy,
Okay. No,
not
I'm
not Luna weirdo.
Do Kwon.
Yeah,
Dude,
Do Kwon.
did you see that?
Huang Gang. I haven't watched it yet. Is it good?
I didn't watch it. I just saw like the pictures from it. Oh my god, he put on like at least 100 pounds.
Dude, hell yeah, I would too.
I don't blame him. Like the dude went from being rich as fuck. Apparently
Oh,
he
there's
was like
like, yeah.
apologizing a bunch during it, and he's like, I was pretty like ignorant looking back. Like I'm super embarrassed about how I acted on Twitter. Like with all the
Embarrassed about apologizing.
with all like the bull tweets and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean,
He's
he
like,
got
I was a
ton of death
fool.
threats.
Yeah.
And then also like people talked about on Twitter like I lost all of my family's money because I had it in Anchor and in Luna. Now my family is bankrupt and we have to be homeless or something. So imagine if like you have any soul at all, you have
Well,
to feel at least
he
a tiny bit of responsibility for that.
he didn't have any soul. He just had a lot of Luna.
Hey, clip it, boys.
Holy fuck. Anyways. Yeah,
Anywho,
BTCD looks a bit bottomed. And that like Ronnie was saying that would coincide with alt and ETH going a bit lower. But again, we're still we're in BTC longs, and I forgot to did I throw up my let me throw up my trade here. Just so chat can copy trade. You'd actually be getting a better entry than me. You hear that, boys? If you were to copy trade.
If you were. Not that you should.
I'm in at 15,999. All right, 15,999, my bad. 15,999. I'm in here. Stops are here. And I'm targeting my here.
Yeah.
And then you have
Easy trade.
all
T1.
right,
60.
I'll long this with you guys.
That's all it
C2.
took.
What?
That's all it took.
Let
Wow.
me show you some other charts real quick.
Yeah. Hurry, add liquidity. Quit.
That's like, let me just create this shitcoin.
Yeah. Well, here's my positions. Oh, fuck it. I'll get long.
Fuck it.
I will. No, I'm trying this live with like all of chat, so maybe we can break this curse.
Yep, that's
God
the
damn
curse. How much?
Yeah, it didn't work in the past, so I'm going to keep trying it.
Yeah,
until
this
it
time's
works,
different. This
and
time's
then
different.
I can say the curse is broken, aka I'm lying to myself, but I can't admit it.
No way ETH gets there. I bought it 1540. Okay, well, maybe. Okay. No way. Impossible.
I love that comment.
Yeah.
How do I upvote that, or how do I like that comment?
Can we like make that chat lore? No way it gets there.
How do I retweet that?
Oh my god, it's actually pumping, guys.
Going up. Boys.
Curse over.
Broken,
That just like that.
just
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
boys.
Get it, boys.
Don't worry, guys. You want some extra confluence? The dinosaur coins are pumping. EOS, TRX, CHZ. They're definitely not printing bear flags either.
No, it's gonna be just total straight up only.
Dude, just straight line up.
All right, this is another guy I'm long. I actually sniped an entry that I've been holding for a while on this. I am long at.
It's a nice, yeah.
It's not there. 35.55.
I think we talked about the $32 level, didn't we?
What is this for?
Solana.
So.
Oh yeah, Solana.
Yeah.
Solana.
I've actually up like quite a bit here, but I think it tests this downtrend. So I think something like that. That's what I'm looking for. And
That's an amazing stop.
It's gonna be carbon copies.
What's the R on that?
Yeah.
That's something that. Are you sure you're not Chimp?
Guys, is a 0.5 R, is that a good style of trading anyone?
That's fine. So this is another one I'm in.
Dude, how the fuck am I up 8% on my ETH long?
Are you? Or TP?
Get out!
Just take the 8.
Take the win.
See that guy's live. You could have made 8%.
Fucking guys.
But yeah,
it's still going.
I'm in this guy, and I plan on TPing at the target here. I'm not taking any profits along the way like the other ones. It's also a smaller position. But Sol, if you look through the other altcoins, you see the size of these second legs down. Now compare it to Sol, and like the second leg is like significantly smaller, and we're already trading within that second leg. It's just high.
That bear flag on dot before the big dump is so clear. How did I not short that? Jesus Christ.
It's so bad. What is this thing
disgusted.
down? It's this, I guess, about the same, but yeah, this is pretty bad. It's gonna rebart.
Oh my lord.
This looks terrible, but yeah,
that was a free trade.
Holy shit. But yeah, that I think Sol would be the higher beta, and then going to the BTC, it's kind of the same thing. We're back, like we've held this entire like range, so it's also in a sense a range play.
Definitely.
So range lows, where are we gonna go? Range highs. So just think overall, like it's one of the higher alt beta plays to take.
Or it just retraces completely.
Yeah, or it just completes the bar the one time we decide to take the long on stream.
Yes.
Yeah, long that guy.
SBF, if you're listening. SBF, if you're listening.
Please pump. Look at Link though. This shit's down pretty bad too. I actually really liked this long, not gonna lie. I'm long this one too. This one's like really small size.
The Link Marines. Come on, guys.
And why I like it and why I think it's like low-key bullish is that it's actually down worse than a lot of other alts. And what it also did was take out like this key level here. And it was like such a perfect buyback.
Clean.
Yeah.
It's very clean.
So because it's down extra bad and it ran the stop and it didn't keep falling off the cliff after it ran this, I think it's a decent long.
Those are definitely the alt plays I'm always looking for, is when it is down way worse than everything else. That's when I like to long. That's the kind of strength that I'm looking for.
Yeah, so I'm in it's like such a small position. Like I'm not even.
No. I mean, honestly, like being serious. No, I think that's a great play.
It's okay, Lau. We know you like it rough.
Hey, you weren't supposed to share that on stream. We were going to talk about that later. That's a private conversation.
Zal, we didn't do BNB yet. Holy shit, this thing's bullish as fuck. Why didn't I long
CZ
this?
coin.
What? Oh my god! Holy fuck, bro!
I'm selling everything, going all in CZ coin.
Wow, this is bullish as shit. Yeah. You know what's funny too? This is basically ES, and this is like the BS rally. People are like, Yep.
God, it is.
And they're like, nope,
Oh, that's
it's not going to go
disgusting.
higher.
BNB, what dip?
Yeah, I know. And then you just replace the ticker. Yep,
Yeah.
going to 0.
Down bad, going down badder.
Yeah. Barrel market rally. Um, but yeah,
Short the lows, boys. Short the lows.
this looks unbelievably good. It's a triple tap. I mean, it's low time frame triple tap, so it's like not as cool, not as much
Not as cool.
confluence, but still, like that's so clean. BNB, good coin. I'm not personally gonna buy here. I'll probably regret not buying here, but I'm already positioned to where I want to be. Enough leverage as is. But yeah, if you got long here, good for you. Hold that shit. Put your stops at the lows. That's what I would do. Just forget it. Leave it. Set it and forget it. Because if we rally, this thing's gonna rally harder. Probably see it
gonna
on the
rally.
BTC. Yeah, and then
There's no doubt about it.
confidence.
Not one doubt. Not even one.
Not even one.
All right. Any other requests from chat?
I'm gonna.
How did the dog coins do? That was like the joke from last stream, is that it was going to be a dog week.
Oh, they
I
topped
think
out.
they got completely wrecked. Like we called the
fucking
top.
clobber. I think like the actual top was the stream.
Dude, I think actually I'm looking at the Doge chart right now, and like I don't know, it kind of looks good.
Oh no, dude.
Like if it can hold this,
Dude, get the fuck out of here. Hell no. You know what does look good? I'm still a fucking OP bull, dude. Look at this. This is an absolute low forming, and you cannot tell me this is not controlled selling. Like, look at this. This is kept in such a perfect channel, and it's being sold directly onto this little fucking. It's probably like an H12 or something.
the market makers are trying to liquidate the longs, the late longs.
No, but what I would look for is like on a more serious note.
No.
That is what this show is all about. Is
Yeah.
taking things very seriously.
I think if you take something like this and you get a decisive breakout, I think it's an easy long to take out the highs. Because this shit is literally going to move so fucking fast. You can get a 2x on this fucking shit coin. Easy. So, yeah, I would.
I mean, I think some
What
of
is this
the
again?
op money moved to the LDO money or the LDO market. It's like the L2s rotate capital. I don't know if you like
I don't
have
follow. It's
all
like
the
this is an
L2s.
ETH L2, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So like all the L2s kind of like when I was watching them maybe like a month ago, when did LDO and OP come out? Like they haven't been around that long. But I think there's some sort of play where like capital, like low time frame kind of like cycles between them. So for example, like Matic, OP, LDO. I haven't really looked into it too closely, but that's kind of my intuition tells me that like if LDO is having a really, really good week and then it starts to dip, some of that speculation capital might be moving into a different L2. LDO is not a layer 2. Chat is saying LDO is not. Oops. I'm wrong.
Oh no, how
I
dare
don't know
you?
what the heck you guys are talking about.
Yeah, I don't know any. All I know is that this shit just basically formed this.
This shit right here.
Yeah, all I know is this shit right here looks like
Yeah.
kind of a
No
low
opposition.
forming, like anything else, and this thing is like pretty low market cap, and usually whenever it starts going, whenever it breaks out of a downtrend, it usually starts running. So I'm literally setting a fucking alerts for any type of breakout of this downtrend, and I'm getting long on the break, and I'm just gonna chill with it, like probably low leverage, just let it run, see how much money it can make me. Because for it, I mean, yes, altcoins can just go straight down, like, yeah, silly behavior, etc., etc. But looking at the daily, it'd be super weird not to have some type of lower high form, right? Because you have this, 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 and then we're like, there's no real market structure here. So like, what about here, and then maybe like here?
Have you done fibs on this coin?
No, I'll do it right
Because
now.
it has like so little trade history. You say that fibs are going to be like one of the best to use, especially for like if it was going to get into price discovery.
I mean, from this though, I never got to this 618, and then from here, wrong tool. Let's just assume this is a low. $3.
Pretty decent.
You could even aim for mid range, which there looks like there's a decent amount of volume transacted there too.
Yeah.
I'll go 40%. I don't know, something to keep in mind. Enough time on this shit coin though. Do you guys want to look at anything in particular?
I don't know. You might pull up Matic for like 1 minute.
Check
And
out
that's
Matic.
it. Don't spend any more than a minute on it.
It just looks like it's gonna do this. It's kind of how I see it. What about you?
I don't know. For some reason I think it's like I
bet it.
like the basically that it ran. I'm looking at the hourly. What do you have up? The
That's
12 hour?
H12. Yeah.
Okay. Like lower time frame, I think it looks decent. Like on the hourly, you see the so like tap, deviation, like run the low, and then start the uptrend.
Yeah, it's like it almost looks like BNB but lower beta.
Oh fuck!
Huh?
Ronnie, are you okay?
No, I was just looking at TRV because T-Back
Oh.
keeps mentioning it.
TRV.
It's
TRB.
like TRB. B is in
This thing
beta.
is like, look at the weekly. What the hell?
Oh my god, bro. Oh,
fuck.
oh, Jesus Christ.
That is volatility manifest.
This is nothing but green candles since July 4th on the weekly.
Yeah, but
Dude, look
chat
at these
just
wicks.
started posting about it, so it's definitely going to go down soon.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to deviate here. Oh, whatever.
Yeah,
Wait,
these wicks.
Is this on Bybit?
It is.
Actually, I think I might look into
The Bybit chart is actually pretty hilarious because it's up only.
Because since the posting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's I think we're
It'd
covered.
be nice to short once it starts to downtrend. If it does.
Never does.
It's an oracle, by the way. That's maybe why Link is so dead. Link is
Always pumping.
Oh, you know what actually looks super fucking good in my opinion is KNC. I was looking at this chart a little while back, and I think that it has a very good chance of.
Oh wow!
I think it looks great, personally.
Yeah, it looks like it's about to just moon.
What about Aave?
Yeah, so I saw someone just posted that.
Aave? Oh, yeah, someone did just post it. Dude, you're reading my damn mind or something, or what?
It's up 1.5%. I don't know. It could be low.
Could go all the way to.
Yeah, dude.
I would say
also, if you look at like
96.85 for Aave.
Look at this low time frame. You can't tell me that KNC is not going to push up. This looks really good.
All right, everybody, we're all going all in on KNC.
Yeah. One I actually want to look at is ETC. Oh my god, this looks really bad. It's catching no bid.
I have made and lost so much money on this fucking coin.
I've only lost money on this coin for sure.
This thing is super fucking volatile.
Just going through the shit coins on my list. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying, and it really is about finding clean charts with higher beta
Yeah.
because there's just less money in the market now. So like, yeah, shit can revert super hard, but you could allocate your money into like a shit coin or like a lower market cap coin, and unfortunately, like because there's less money in the market, it's just
Yep.
not enough liquidity to go around. So like we could have coins pumping or mean reverting 10, 15%, while like some coins only have like 2 or 3%. And even if BTC is rallying, like yeah, the entire market will go up. But beta really does matter, I think, especially in these conditions.
Yep.
Absolutely.
100%. Fucking nailed it on the head, dude.
Gala USD. So it's pretty bad. It's just not. There's no liquidity in this coin. This thing is absolutely like zero interest. Yeah, like a lot of these shit coins aren't even. Looks like it's really the. I think AVAX was looking.
Cursed.
Yeah, this shit. It broke this downtrend, but we were looking for. Yeah. So this is what I had drawn and put in our group chat. I guess a little off. I move it to the left. I move it to the right. It's still like deviation. But I was looking for this in the H4. If you look, really convincing trend line. If this reclaims and it's a deviation, I think it's gonna fucking rip. Cause look at this downtrend. Like it got hit so hard on the H4.
Yeah.
And this H4 bottom wick ended up holding too. It's kind of bullish.
Well, I think that's probably about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it wraps it up for me. That's all I got today. Covered everything. Everyone knows the setups.
You gonna do some live trading this week?
Yeah, I'll stream.
Nice.
We're definitely not back to. Dude, I fell asleep. It was so bad. I remember I laid down on my sofa after the stream. My back was hurting from stream, so I laid on the floor because the sofa was like hurting my back. I remember looking at my phone. I like glanced up at my computer. I'm like, I'm good. I literally like woke up a couple hours later. I come over and I see like Agger is off the screen, and I'm like, like I wasn't even really like awake, so I just like went and laid back down in my bed. Like I don't even know what I was thinking, and I woke up maybe, I think it was like maybe 45 minutes, an hour later, and then I like my eyes shot open. I'm like, it was just registering what I had seen before I went and laid in my bed. So I like sprinted in here and I looked, and I wasn't liquidated. I have literally no idea how I wasn't fucking liquidated. I had emails for every position I had open, and I went back and like did rough calculations. There was only about 2 to 3K left in the account, like at the actual bottom. No idea how. I mean, I wasn't liquidated by I think like pennies. Unbelievable. Like not even kidding you. I think some of those positions, like, I don't know how. Maybe it was because market price wasn't the same as like.
No, the market makers were watching the Miz Challenge account Excel spreadsheet, and they're like, "Well, we don't want this to be over,
Yeah,
but we do want it to be exciting."
Yeah, this really fucking really sucked, dude. Yeah, that was super demoralizing.
I mean, it's a good reminder. Like, I mean, not to be a dick, but the market can just fucking dump at any time,
Dude,
anytime it
and
wants.
like it sucks too because I was sitting here, I was like, I I was pretty bullish like for a bounce there and for it to revert. But I was like, I was telling myself, I'm like, if there's any downside, like I'm just hopping out. I was telling myself that, like I was so convinced that I was like, I'm just not gonna risk it. Like it had been such a good week.
Yep.
I mean, what was I up?
You were up to like 30K, weren't you?
Yeah, 28. I think on stream I had like 32K, 33K after I hit the
Mhm.
shorts. Dude, so fucking annoying. Oh my god. But it is what it is. We're gonna make it back on this mean reversion.
Hell yeah.
I'm unbelievably levered. But yeah,
Let's fucking go.
I will stream this week. I'll try and stream maybe tomorrow. I'll see how I feel
Okay.
after work. I know I didn't I slacked on training because I had jiu-jitsu because I had a bunch of fucking bunch of work stuff that I had to do this past week. But yeah, I'll definitely have 2 trading sessions live this week. So I'll be
Nice.
tweeting it. I'll be tweeting it, boys. It's a lot of
Hell yeah.
pesos. That is a fucking lot of pesos. So, yeah.
That's how I look at my my trading account. I always convert it to pesos.
I know, and I feel like I have a lot more money.
It makes my
Give
wins
us a
feel
live
way
stream
better.
trading session, Miz. Swing, I give you live trading sessions all the time. I have to wake up in 4 hours and 30 minutes to go to the fucking gym for a 2-hour training session, dude. Like I'm gonna go to bed. But I'll
chat.
I
But
know.
what about
What
chat?
about
Chat
chat,
wants
guys?
live trading.
But yeah, I will I'll be sure to stream at least twice this week. As I said, I'll uphold my promises.
And Ronnie's going to be unveiling his OnlyFans live stream account.
Mhm.
So look
Yeah.
forward to that.
Yeah, he'll be streaming
That and
naked.
that and my fee finder account. So I don't judge. I offer both sides of
Yeah.
the spectrum.
Okay, well, we're getting out of here.
Anyways,
Yeah, thanks for hopping on, Ronnie.
yeah, thanks
No
for
problem, man.
tuning in to the
Yeah, thanks for tuning in to
what do we even call this thing?
Who knows?
weekly market analysis.
Weekly speculation, probably getting everything wrong. Review.
To be fair though,
Weekly, like you should not really be
yeah, do
listening
the
to what we're
opposite of what
saying.
we're saying. But to be honest,
Yeah.
like we've been pretty fucking like
Actually, yeah.
I don't even want to flex, even though that's definitely what I'm doing here. But
What?
we have been unbelievably correct on our calls. Like, I don't think we've been offsides yet.
I gotta
Why
bring
do
it
you
up
sound
again.
surprised?
Last week I said some alts are gonna hit the quarterly open.
I know, and it's
What
not
happened?
even like, oh, it's gonna go up or it's gonna go down. We're literally giving setups that are actually being hit to like the order block. Come on.
What more could you ask for?
I know. What more do you want?
Well, feet picks,
Yeah.
but
anyways, thanks for joining, Ronnie. Thanks for watching, chat. I'll be tweeting out whenever I'm streaming this week 2 times.
Appreciate
Once
it.
early in the week and then probably on Thursday.
Sounds good.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, good night.
Good night, friends.